take the chance and roll the dice.
The flame wheel increases your speed in addition to everything else it does.
Yep. Deals damage, speed goes up a stage.
Or it could just straight up.
It can also just wreck his face so damn hard.
Alright, so.
I'm out of ZeGrass.
You're out of the grass?
You're out of cigarettes.
ZeGrass. Neil ZeGrass Tyson.
That trainer looks like she's looking at you funny. We should find out what she's up to. I like raising bug Pokemon. Does that make you a bug catcher? Tell me.
No, you're not a bug catcher, you're a picnicker. Oh, you're a camper.
Tell me!
You're a boy.
I'm bug catcher Sean. I mean, bug camper Sean. I mean, I'm a camper.
Well, he can't be, that's for sure.
Don't you tell me what I am. My copy of the Warcraft movie came in this week.
Nice.
That movie. There are so many deleted scenes on there.
I watched those on my break at lunch today.
Yeah, there are so many. So Patrick, remember when we saw the movie and you said that this feels like a 4-hour movie they cut down to 2 hours so they could get it into theaters? You are fairly accurate in that assessment. There is, just from the deleted scenes they show you, because they never show you everything.
Well, yeah.
But
Some
from
of
the
them aren't
deleted
finished enough
scenes,
to really include.
Ah, you suck, you stupid bird. You eats my fire moves.
and the commentary that they have, and some of the other interviews and things that
Does he
are on
actually
there,
fly? Yeah.
you are fairly accurate. That they had probably, if they had gone through done all the editing and the special effects on it, everything, they probably could have made it a 4-hour movie.
That is a shame.
Yeah, because it did. That movie is one of those movies that performs so much worse than it deserves.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider all the other movies that came out this year that performed better than they deserve. Mm-hmm. So.
Yep.
Because.
We're out of Twilight films, right? Like,
They're done.
Not making any more.
There are no more Twilight films, but
they are making another 50 Shades.
Yeah. But that does really well. But I'm talking about like. I know I rag on it a lot, but Batman v Superman. I've actually seen that full movie, so I can rag on it and actually know what I'm talking about now.
Informed ragging.
Yeah. So we rag on that a lot, but it deserves it because that's a movie that lost its didn't know what it was doing.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that the script was better than what we actually got as a final product on that film.
Or at least the story treatment that they submitted for here's what we want to do was probably a lot better.
Yeah.
But that movie, it was a box, despite all the critical panning it received and fan panning it received, everyone.
No one liked it except the people that spent lots of money on it.
Right. Did amazingly in the box office. Like, they didn't lose money on that film. Whereas the Warcraft movie...
I wonder how much of that box office success was from people going, is it really as bad as people say? I gotta check this
I
out for
honestly
myself.
question that. Whereas Warcraft had the whole thing of, not only did the critics hate it because, for whatever reason, they were expecting the next Lord of the Rings, which...
Why?
Warcraft has never been.
That's what they were just expecting, because Warcraft is this big cultural phenomenon. So they're like, oh yeah, well, Lord of the Rings is a big cultural phenomenon. Clearly, that's what this is trying to be, and it's not. So it did really badly on that reason. Then no one went and saw it. So it did horrible here in the States, but blew away the box offices in
China.
It
did really well in China.
Well, it did really well in Asian markets. Not just China, but it did amazing in China, but all the Asian markets it did very well in. So they've said if they do a sequel, they will probably do a sequel because it made its money back and then some thanks to the Asian markets.
That's
It's not going to be released here.
What?
Yeah.
That makes me so upset.
Because it did so badly here. I think this takes you back to the kid where the kid was. But hey, that means we can... Oh, it's Rich Boy Ronan. Or Rowan.
This guy's an asshole.
I think that's what Totes evolves into.
Yep. Ours will be cuter, though, because she's pink.
That's fair. But, yeah, so the Warcraft movie could have done so much better, deserved to do significantly better than it actually did. Here.
with the deleted scenes put back in, does it make more sense?
So, you know all those times when it feels like they're jump cutting between character development that was like, wait, hold on, what?
We're not done here. Why are we leaving?
Yeah, that stuff is...
It's totally in.
Not all of it, because obviously they don't give us everything, but a lot of, wow, that would have been really helpful is in there. But you once again run into the issue of then the movie would have been even longer and would have done even worse.
Yeah, possibly.
Or possibly done worse. So...
That is unfortunate.
Yeah. But, I mean...
Whew. I was lucky.
You went first.
Because I paralyzed him.
Jesus. Hey, but Patrick, you leveled up. Congratulations.
Yay!
So, Chris, we're actually close enough to the Pokemon Center now. We might as well go.
That's my plan.
Aerial
We
Ace.
found a tomato!
And it contained an Aerial Ace. There was a pilot inside there.
I bet he was really
So what
cramped.
is Aerial Ace?
Aerial
I mean,
Ace
you're
is
excited for it, but...
It's a flying type move that never misses.
Okay, so...
And it's got decent power for this point in the game.
So are you going to replace Wing Attack with it on Toads?
Now,
Or
Wing
on
Attack
Morb?
is good for Totes to have, or for Dorbs to have, because Wing Attack, I believe, actually hits harder than Aerial Ace.
Oh, but you're giving
But it'll give Beatus something to do.
it when Fairy Wind and Struggle Bug aren't useful.
Exactly.
Okay, but hey, we can go...
And I'm actually going to fight this trainer right here, because I don't want to have to backtrack all
Gotcha.
the way up here.
Did you already... No, you haven't fought her yet. I'd give a potion to our Gerbolta before you do anything.
Sanic. His name is Sanic.
Still is a Gerbolta.
No. He's a Sanic.
Oh, well,
He's the Horcheg Pokemon.
the Hurge.
Yes.
Give him some gold rings, he'll be fine.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Chris, if we ever find, like, a gold ring or something like that,
Yeah.
you gotta give it to Cianic.
Or just a crystal.
Wait, did she just say, oh, hey, honey, Pokemon breeder Juno?
I just got a bucket of Pokemon! I'm gonna throw them at you!
Oh, look, it's not
They're gonna
Cianic.
fight you!
Doop, doop, doop.
It's silver. It's no use! It's no use! You know, Patrick,
Yeah. If you recommend we play that game, I will punch you.
no,
What game?
we are not going to play Sonic 06, but we should
Oh,
play,
God, no.
We should play Sonic Generations, though, at some point.
Well, that's actually a good Sonic.
It is a good Sonic game. It's a very good Sonic game.
I would not object to this.
Nedimunk.
I changed my mind, actually. I'm going to leave Raptor in.
Yeah, it's a Nedimunk.
Because...
He sounds
Mudslap.
weird.
Oh no, he began charging purr.
Power, if you're gonna live here, you need to start paying rent.
Power overwhelming.
It's super effective.
It doesn't do a lot of damage
It's
in the
a
first place,
15 base power move. It's not going to be strong.
but it's going to
You
lower...
say this as if you expect me to know it, like offhand.
But he does that a lot. I'm sure our viewers have noticed that by this point as well.
What's wrong with you, Bat?
Oh yeah, he totally knows Endure. It does this thing. It's like, wait,
Why don't you have an encyclopedic knowledge of all of the math of this game?
Because you're not me.
Because I use those brain cells for other things.
I use those brain cells for fun.
Yes, but you think vector calculus is fun.
Yeah?
Because you are white and nerdy, as we all know.
That is true. He is very white and nerdy. Whereas I'll use that brain power to analyze counterfactuals, which are fun.
I have no idea what that is.
A counterfactual it's essentially hypothetical history.
Hypothetical
Oh my.
history.
Yes.
No.
Hypothetical history. What would have happened if this event had happened the other way?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So, those are pretty much all of the wishful thinking, what if the South had won the Civil War type
Yep.
of novels.
Those type of things, or what if Germany had won World War I, or
World
what
War
if,
II,
or
et
what,
cetera, et
yeah, or
cetera.
what if we had lost the Revolutionary War? What would have happened if just all of that? They're what ifs, counterfactual stuff like that. They're actually really useful for when you're writing history tests and want to screw with your students. Well, because actually the hardest part about writing tests is coming up with wrong answers.
Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, because you're writing the test, and when you're coming up with the answers, you're like, all right, well, I want this to be close to right, and then you end up writing 4 correct answers. It's like
that's part of the reason that I love math, because there's one right answer. It's easy to make a wrong answer.
No. That's only when you're doing multiple choice parts. When you're coming up with, oh, well, here, I can just give you a question, and I need you to come up with the correct thing for me. That's fine. But if you're coming up with multiple choice things, even on math, if you're writing them out, you are inclined to want to give the correct answer.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, the brain cells you use for counterfactuals, I use for
reading webcomics.
Well, reading webcomics and just building stats of D&D characters.
That's
like endlessly. I have hordes upon hordes of characters that I'll never play because I've been reading a comic. I found a comic recently called Skull Kickers.
Okay.
And it's about a dude and a dwarf who are pretty much the epitome of chaotic neutral. Just kind of fighting around and doing adventure-y things. They meet an elf who begrudgingly becomes part of their party after a while. There's Lovecraftian influence, there's magic, there's distrust of magic. It's got all the things that a D&D campaign needs, and I'm just thinking, this is so cool. I am now going to make stats for them because I'm a gigantic nerd.
Whereas we barely get to play the characters you do create in the games we do play because
time sucks.
Time sucks. It's just the way it is. Well, there's that, and then there's the whole... I was thinking about this on the way to come recording today, is that it seems that...
not what I meant to do.
Pathfinder rule set was originally billed as the... Yeah, D&D 4th edition is too restrictive. Here, let's open things up so you can do what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And over time, it has become more restrictive even as they release more and more books, because you are stuck into certain builds, or, oh yeah, well, Paizo has an official book that's really close to what you're trying to do, so you have to do that.
Mm.
Whereas, they were trying to emulate what 3.5 had, which unfortunately also had the splat book problem.
Well, yeah.
But...
Tubjaw.
That is a barracuda. I'm sorry. So, I don't have a solution for what you need to do there, but whatever.
Unfortunately, there is no solution. I remember reading about this particular problem when 3.5 was nearing the end of its life cycle. And systems like these are going to get more and more restrictive because the company that owns the property needs something to publish. And therefore, something that was just kind of assumed to be possible, like, say, I don't know, failing a disguise check, or somebody seeing through a disguise, and then you just saying, oh, I want to try and play the part, and then rolling a bluff check to cover your ass, became a feat, because they needed something to publish. And now, if you don't have the feat, the implication is you can't even try doing that thing.
Yeah.
That was something that anybody could have tried before, and because, well, we needed to fill up some space in a book, now everybody's kind of restricted in their ability to...
Wow. Okay, then.